Hello, dear friends. Today we will discuss the role of social media in our lives and how we can balance this digital phenomenon with Stoic philosophy. Stoic philosophy guides us to maintain our inner peace in the face of the chaotic nature of life. Stoic philosophers such as Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca offer deep insights into how the external world affects us. These thinkers make us reflect on how the events of our lives affect us. In particular, Marcus Aurelius's statement, "The impact that the events of our lives have on us depends on how we react to them," is still relevant today. This teaching can help us understand how to deal with the constant flow and information overload of social media. Social media has become an integral part of modern life, but these platforms can put enormous emotional and mental pressure on users. For example, the feelings of jealousy or inadequacy you feel when you see a friend's vacation photos or someone else's business success are caused by your reactions to that content, rather than the content itself. A Stoic approach can help us develop the ability to recognize and manage these reactions. This allows us to be conscious of how we react to the content we encounter on social media and how these reactions affect our emotional health. Epictetus's words on freedom are also thought-provoking in the context of social media use. Freedom lies not in doing what you want, but in not doing what you do not want to do. This means that we need to rethink the way we use social media. Instead of losing ourselves on these platforms for hours on end, we can consciously decide how much time to spend and allocate that time to more meaningful activities. Limiting the time spent on social media and using these platforms only for information or to follow content of genuine interest can be an example of Stoic discipline. Constantly seeing other people's achievements, vacations, and personal moments on social media can cause us to downplay our own successes and happiness. Stoic philosophy reminds us of the importance of investing in ourselves and focusing on our true values. When using social media, we should use these platforms as a tool for self-expression and learning, not for comparing ourselves to others. In practice, the integration of Stoic philosophy into the use of social media can include conducting regular digital detoxes. Like Marcus Aurelius's advice, occasionally isolating ourselves from the turmoil of the world may mean disconnecting from social media altogether. Not using these platforms at certain times gives us the opportunity to devote more time to our real-world relationships, dive into hobbies, or simply enjoy a quiet moment. This kind of withdrawal is important for us to regain our inner peace and life balance. With these thoughts, we can better understand how social media plays a role in our lives and how Stoic philosophy can balance this role. Applying Stoic principles to overcome the stress and pressure experienced through social media can give us a healthier and more balanced digital presence. Stoic philosophy can help us develop emotional resilience in the face of life's challenges, while also guiding us to cope with the challenges presented by social media. These teachings offer tools to help us maintain our mental and emotional balance, allowing us to manage our use of social media in a healthier and more conscious way. This can help us to become more conscious and free individuals, while at the same time protecting us from negative influences in the social media world. Let's delve deeper into the methods offered by Stoic philosophy to manage our social media use more consciously. The Stoics teach us that external factors do not have absolute control over our mood and overall happiness. This has become especially important with the inevitable rise of social media. Nowadays, every single notification, comment, or like can provoke an emotional reaction, but the Stoic teachings teach us how to manage these reactions and stay in balance. Let's focus on understanding and managing our emotional reactions. Social media is a space of constant comparison and evaluation. When we see the perfect moments in the lives of others, we can begin to see our own lives as incomplete or inadequate. This, as Marcus Aurelius emphasized, is about our reaction to external events. By evaluating our own reactions from a Stoic perspective, we can avoid these emotional traps and achieve true emotional freedom. In addition, the Stoic teaching of focus only on what you can control can also guide our use of social media. We don't have direct control over the content on social media, but we are in complete control of the time we spend on these platforms and how we react. In this sense, using social media consciously makes us less reactive and more in control. Planned digital detoxes or limiting the hours we access certain apps can be concrete steps in practicing this control. Seneca's quote, "Inner peace cannot be disturbed by the outer world," offers an excellent starting point for addressing the way social media affects us. To maintain our own inner peace, we can limit our social media interactions and critically evaluate any information we encounter on these platforms. We can also take time for our mental and emotional well-being by stepping away from social media completely at certain times each day. These practices can make us more balanced and responsive individuals. Finally, Stoic philosophy serves as a constant guide in an ever-changing world. Applying Stoic principles in the social media landscape keeps us from merely pursuing instant gratification and helps us build deeper, meaningful relationships for long-term happiness and fulfillment. Deepening our relationships, developing our hobbies, and exploring avenues for personal growth enrich our use of social media while also balancing our lives. These practices enable us to achieve true and lasting happiness in today's constantly connected world. At the end of this journey, we see how Stoic philosophy can be a powerful tool. These teachings equip us for the challenges of today's digital age and provide the wisdom we need to maintain a conscious, measured, and peaceful existence in the world of social media. It allows us to cultivate an inner calm and balanced perspective, despite the turbulence on the surface. This is a true Stoic victory, to be able to maintain our own inner peace and balance amidst the storms of the external world. By maintaining our balance amidst the waves of social media, we can respond with inner strength and serenity to any challenge that life brings. Dear listeners, in our journey today, we have discovered how Stoic philosophy can be a stabilizing force on our use of social media. Armed with this knowledge, we are now ready to respond to each notification and each post in a more conscious, measured, and balanced way. Remember, social media is just a tool, and how it serves us depends entirely on our own choices. Stoic philosophy not only protects our mental and emotional health in this digital age, but also offers us the opportunity to build more meaningful and fulfilling relationships in every moment of life. In the fast pace of social media, Stoic teachings guide us like a compass, reminding us what we value, what we should pursue, and that true happiness lies deep within, beyond the surface turmoil. So let us leave the turmoil of the outer world aside and turn to our own inner world. Let us find our own inner peace and maintain it despite all external influences, including social media. By remembering the Stoic principles when using social media, each of us can remain a balanced and free individual. As we conclude today's talk, I encourage you to apply these teachings in your own life and use the infinite possibilities of social media wisely. Learn from your own experience, discover your inner peace, and take a Stoic stance in the digital world. I wish you all health, peace, and a balanced life. Thank you for being with me on this journey.